3, 2, 1.
Glowing Up Latina, minisode 8.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Glowing Up Latina.
Hello.
Hi.
Another minisode. I apologize. Minisode number 8. And we are here with Missy, the owner and founder of Brie on the Chisme. Missy, say hello.
Hello. Hello again. Hi. I'm excited to be here.
Missy, how are you doing?
I'm chilling. I'm here.
So if you could just share a little bit about yourselves with our listeners and the people who watch us on YouTube.
Yeah, so my name is Missy. I am the owner of Brie on the Chisme, which is a charcuterie business. And I started it mainly because of the lack of representation in the cheese and charcuterie world. I intentionally started it to create mainly a luxurious charcuterie experience for the people of my community. Because I am Dominican, I'm from the Caribbean, and I'm also half Black. So there aren't people that are of my demographic in this space. So I figured, why not? Why not? It's like shooting my shot.
No, that's fantastic. And again, to just also like reach out to the Latinx community and branch out our, cuisines, right?
Right.
To not be afraid to try new things. And I mean, personally, I just love charcuterie boards. So yeah, so that's my thing. But trying new things, get us out of our comfort zone. So that's fantastic what you're doing also.
Yeah.
Kudos.
Yeah, I honestly got tired of seeing the key food platters at all of the parties and functions, and I was like, my people, we deserve better. We deserve better.
Those Homel,
with the Ritz crackers and the guac on the side. No shade. Do what you want to do. It's charcuterie nonetheless, because charcuterie just means it's French for deli. So as long as you have deli or like antipasta or antipasto, like that's the Italian version of it. Yeah. As long as you have a dry meat and cheese, it's charcuterie. So do what you want to do. But I want to create an elevated experience for our community. So, yeah.
I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like in an Instagram post you mentioned that like you didn't know what charcuterie was until you were older, and I didn't either. I didn't. Amanda was the one. Yeah. Well, Amanda like introduced me to like a charcuterie board. Like I didn't even know that was a thing. Like I just thought the deli platters was what I was used to. Like you would get at the grocery store. Yeah. So it's like, I don't know. I just never thought that was like an experience I guess that one needs, or like you don't think about it until it's like there for you. So it's really cool that like you were like, hey, I didn't know what this was, so other people might not know what this was, so let me show them.
Didn't know what it was and didn't know how to pronounce it. So if you know, charcuterie is a very common alternative name. Can I say that?
Yes.
Okay. So it's a very common alternative name, and I will stick by it. It is what it is. But yeah, that's really the main reason why. One of the many reasons why I started it, because it's not something that we know. It's not something that we get to experience growing up or even see currently.
So, okay, what was your introduction to charcuterie? Like what, and kind of how did that set you on the path to make Brie on the Chisme?
That's a good question, and I don't know. Like to be truthful, I mean, I just love cheese. Same. And then like going into like the specialty grocery stores like Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, or like any cheese shop, any local cheese shop, you go in and you're just like, what? Like all I knew growing up was primarily American sliced cheese, queso de papa, y queso de freír. Like those are the three that I knew. So to see how big the cheese world is was super intimidating. So I was like, you know what? Let me start trying some out. Let me like venture out and see what's out there. So I think in my early 20s was when I first started venturing out and trying cheeses, and then realized that charcuterie is actually the meat. So pairing the meats with the cheeses is an intentional act. Like you can't just pair anything because not everything goes well together.
Right.
I don't know, but I love cheese.
I love cheese. Amanda's just like slightly lactose intolerant now.
I can have it throughout the day after a certain time. Like once 9 o'clock hits, I'm like, no more dairy. That's it. Yeah. But I love cheese. I can have I can have different times, and I'm open to eating anything. That's my problem here. So I can't wait for us to try the board.
Yeah, no, girl, I'm lactose intolerant too. I eat cheese and drink my coffee and tea with oatmeal.
Oh my god,
it's bad. But no, it's not gonna stop me. And then I've also learned that like the more quality that goes into the production of cheese, the less it affects you, is what I've learned. Yeah, because some of the effects that I would have with like highly processed cheese, I'm not experiencing with these more quality type cheeses.
This could be the real reason why then when I'm having different cheeses outside of like deli, like processed cheese, I don't feel it as much. That's good to know.
It's all behind the process of making it.
Okay, when you're making a board, because we did order a board from Missy and we will showcase it. We're very excited for that. But what goes into the process of like putting a board together? Because you said certain cheeses don't go with certain things.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about flavor profile and the client's palate. So you have your soft cheese, your semi-soft, your hard, your like in between, and then your hard cheeses. It's always good to have one of each option on the board, but the larger the board, the more you can have. And then when it comes to pairing it with a dried meat, you don't want to put something, I mean, it really depends on the client. Like if they want a strong pungent cheese like a gargonzole, do you want to put it with a mild meat or with a more pungent meat, like something like a picante or
a chorizo? Or
like a chorizo. Yeah. Like do they want I wouldn't.
It's a lot going on. It's overpowering.
Right. It's a lot. And it also might not taste that good because you have two pungent profiles competing against each other. So when you have a charcuterie board in front of you, more oftentimes than see that the way that things are laid out, it's very intentional. So you'll have cheeses and meats that are very close to each other, and fruits as well, because they're meant to go together. But I always tell people, do what you want to do. Like do explore. There's no harm in like experimenting and see what works well for you, because what works well for me might not work well for you, or for you. So do what you want to do, but for the most part, it's intentional pairing, and then the food design, because charcuterie boards are meant to be beautiful. So you have to think about that. And I don't know, it's one of those like, not to sound snotty, I don't want to say that. Like no shade, but like I don't know. I'm into photography, and that was one of my first passions, like taking photos and taking really beautiful photos and learning how to capture those photos, like the lighting, the photo grading, the aperture, like all those things are things that I know about. So that helped me transition into this business because of the design of the food and having an eye for the color matching and all those things, right? Yeah, so that's why I didn't want to say like, if you have the eye, you have the eye, because because you can train that. Like you can, just like you can train everything else. So it's not if you got it, you got it, but you can develop that eye along the way, and that's really, really important, really, because that's what clients are paying for and what they're placing an order with me to do, because anybody can make a charcuterie board, but you're using my services to take that hassle off of your plate and not leave you with a boatload of leftover cheeses and meats that are going to turn on you within like 7 days if you don't use it. So yeah, the prettiness and the pairing is, pretty important. And it's just cheese, y'all. Like,
it's just cheese. Like, this is so intricate. I didn't know that there was a science to it. That's so crazy.
Yeah, there is.
I do have to agree with you about the pairings, though. It's true. Like, I think sometimes I do take notice of when dry meats are paired with cheeses. So then that means that they complement each other, as well as the fruit. Like, a lot of people don't take that into consideration, too. Like, there might be like honey or raisins or like almonds or, so sometimes those fruits bring out more of a taste in those cheeses and the dry meats. So yeah, now I really pay attention to boards. Before I just be like, okay, I'm just gonna eat this cheese, I'm gonna eat this dry meat, I didn't care. But now I pay attention to those little things.
As you should. And the crackers, the carb sources too also matter. Like that's also something that's underrated. I have yet to explore like heavier carbs, like breads and baguettes and all those things. And soon I will, like now that I have more bandwidth to explore those options. But yeah, they matter. They matter.
I'm with Leon. I didn't realize it was so like intricate and so like there's a process behind it. Mm-hmm. So when you said when you're creating a board, you really like try to listen to the client. And then I think for us, when we put in our request, we literally only had one request. Mm-hmm. So then for something like that, how do you make the board? Like, what is your process? Or do you go by like the most popular things or?
Yeah, both by the most. So I balance it, right? It's both. Let me not go too off on the deep end of being too experimental because they didn't provide much detail, like our preferences of cheeses or meats. But let me also provide them alternatives and let them be experimental. So it's a delicate balance of the two. Of like, okay, let me offer a mild cheese that like a brie. Mm-hmm. Brie is so
love Brie,
right? Like, and it's so palatable to everyone. Yes. So that, and then like having a Scotch bonnet cheddar, like
I love cheddar cheese.
Right, but then throwing a Scotch bonnet on it, it makes it spicy and it has like an extra kick to it. So it's like
I just thought it was regular cheddar.
No, Scotch bonnet it's a pepper. So they're bringing they incorporate that all together, and then it becomes a spicy cheese.
Yeah. So it's a delicate balance of, okay, let me give you something that that might be in your comfort zone, that's popular, that everyone enjoys, and let me give you something that is stepping outside of your comfort zone, and it might put you onto something new that you didn't know that you liked, and you now might.
Yes.
So
that's crazy. Yeah. So question. You said Brie is a cheese, which I didn't know. Mm-hmm. Is that how you came up? Like, is Brie your favorite cheese, and that's how you came up with your? Oh, okay.
No. Yeah, no. I came up with the business name because it wasn't me. It wasn't even me. I think it was one of my homegirls that I have a group chat. And I was like, y'all, like, help me come up with a name because I'm stumped. And one of them recommended. I think we were playing on words because Brie on the Chisme. Brie sounds so close to bring, so it's a wordplay in both languages. Yes. So bring on the gossip, tráeme el chisme. So, and I wanted to pay homage to my culture and make it so if you know, you know, and most people when they know, and they find it fun and punny. But no, not my favorite cheese, and I don't have a favorite one because I can't. Like, I literally can't. That's like asking a parent to pick their favorite child. You can't. Like, you can't. So funny. Like, I refuse. I do love Brie though. Brie, the Brie and honey combination will forever be my go-to. Forever. But there's on the board, there's a Brie like cheese that's more herby, and it's very close to honey, so that you can try them both. It's really, really good.
I can't. I'm so y'all already know your girl's a foodie, so I cannot wait.
In creating, because we know, like, in having this podcast, like, it's been a journey, and it can be tough sometimes, and there can also be like really great moments. But what has kind of been like the hardest thing that's happened or hardest for you during your journey with Brie on the Chisme?
Hardest would probably be last month when my 9-to-5 position was eliminated, and I was grappling with what the heck I'm going to do next. So I've worked in HR for the past 9 years. Wow. And I was a people ops manager for a tech startup. I've mostly worked in tech startups. And the tech space is just in disarray. But it wasn't the greatest space to work in, is what I will say and what I will leave it at. And yeah, just going back and forth, and this wasn't the first time that I've been in a predicament where I've had a crappy job situation, and I was like, I'm going to let go and let God, and like, because I'm a woman of faith, and have whatever is meant to be will be, and it is what it is, and just have faith in that. But this was the first time that I had Brie on the Chisme, because I've only been operational for like 9 months. I haven't even made a year that I've been in business. So that was the hardest decision that I had to make, and the decision was to go full time with my business and just have faith in the process, that this is like me being kicked out of the egg's nest and just figuring it out. Yeah. That is like the top hardest decision.
Yeah, it's definitely been rough. Like, with jobs around here.
Here on this table, yes. Been rough, yes.
We definitely empathize with you on that. But it seems like Brie on the Chisme is doing really well. I saw the other day that you were at the Atlantic. Yeah, I was stalking your Instagram. Yeah. So by your standards, do you feel like it's going well and like you're very happy? And
yeah, I would say, I was talking to my sister-in-law about this the other day, and like the increased bandwidth that I have now, it's like the universe and God has been like, okay, now you have more time. Now here's a bit more. Mm-hmm. So I have goals. I have metrics that I want to achieve. And slowly but surely I'm achieving those as the weeks progress. But I also have to keep in mind that I'm still a baby. I'm still a baby business. So I can't get too ahead of myself. And I have to like tell myself to be present and to be grateful all the time. And like, just worry about the now, just worry about the next order rather than worrying about the next 5 orders, even though I have to worry about those next 5 orders because how am I going to pay my bills? You know, like money is out there and I'm putting the intentional effort to attract it to me, but I also have to put in the work because it's not just going to fall on my plate. That's not happening. Right. Entrepreneurship is not easy. And I having a podcast, I know damn well is not easy. Not that I've ever had one, but like the logistical work that goes behind it. Right. It's what do they say? It's a labor of passion, a passion of labor. Labor of love.
I think it's what it is.
Maybe it is labor of love.
Labor of love.
I think so.
Yeah.
We're gonna look into this later on.
Does it feel a little better getting to follow like a passion of yours? Because I know sometimes like with us, like work can really like bring us down, so then it brings this part down a little bit. But now that you're able to fully like devote yourself to like what you consider your passion, is it?
That question's gonna make me cry.
I'm sorry.
Yes, I feel good. I feel really, really good about the decision. And being let go from any job, even a job that you're unhappy at, takes an emotional toll, regardless of, again, whether you were happy with the position, if you saw yourself staying there long term or not, which I didn't. But I didn't know that it would have such an emotional impact. And for 3 to 6 weeks, I was just cycling through various emotions that I wasn't prepared nor anticipating. So to finally get closer to the end of the tunnel, which I'm like, okay, this is my decision. This is what I'm going to do moving forward, turning my hobby into a full legitimate business. It's been really, really nice in the sense that I never saw myself as an entrepreneur. Ever, but I have so many women, especially Black and brown women in my life that are entrepreneurs that I admire, whose services I continually use. Shout out to Ami, who does my nails. Like Black and brown woman right there. And I don't know, it's nice, but it's scary. It's very, very scary. And I know that I can always turn back on my skill sets and to land like a job when the market, figures itself out. But just yesterday I FaceTimed one of my best friends and she was like, you're glowing, like you look happy. And I was like, oh, thank you. Me bañé, me cepillé, It's self-care because again, it's been a roller coaster of emotions and I feel at peace with my decision. It's scary. Entrepreneurship is scary, but it's like everything else, like motherhood, going into school, starting a new job. Everything is scary, but you learn along the way and there's nothing that's going to be perfect. It's not going to go as expected all the time, but you can just adapt and move on. That's it.
We're going to replay that every time. This part right here.
Adapt and move on.
What has been like your favorite moment during this process of having your company?
Seeing repeat customers, because it tells me that I'm doing my job and I'm doing it well enough for someone to come back and reorder. And I think that goes for any small business or even large business owner. Like you want those repeat customers, and a big part of that is the customer experience. Like that's a skill set that like not many people might have, but you can develop through time. And I don't know, it makes it fun and exciting to like connect with people and bring joy to them through cheese. And yeah, I think that's my favorite part. Seeing the repeat customers.
Can you tell us a little bit about the services that you offer and like kind of like what your pricing looks like?
Yeah. So I offer grazing tables, which is what I did for the Atlantic, boards, cups, cones, and then for birthdays, there's paper mache numbers or letters. Like Mother's Day, I have like mommy written out and that I'm going to do a spread in, or mom, and Father's Day, papi or dad and whatnot. So I can pretty much do anything.
Not
like not to toot my own horn, but yeah, like I got it. And I can do it because it's. I like to be challenged when it comes to my creativity in this space in particular. And then pricing wise, some people say that I charge too much. Some people say that I don't charge enough. I feel like I charge enough to make enough of a profit, and it's not the largest profit, but I'm also not breaking people's banks because I want to make this an affordable service. And with inflation, unfortunately, I did have to increase my price a lot from last year to this year. And I literally fought my I call her my business coach, but she's not officially my business coach, but she's like my business mentor. And I've used her services to like really take Brie on the Chisme to the next level. And if you're watching this and you're a small business owner, find a way to make that investment because it is invaluable. The things that she told me to do to set myself up for this year for success have helped tremendously. And I wouldn't have known the things. And she doesn't even work in the food industry. So yeah, sorry, I'm going on a tangent here, but again, worth the investment. So inflation caused me to have to increase my prices slightly, but I fought to not increase them too much because I want to keep this affordable. So I have my corporate pricings for the larger organizations, you know, because their orders tend to be much larger and it's labor intensive. It's just me. Like, it's just me doing absolutely everything that you see with a little bit of help here and there from friends or from my mommy. And then I have my, like the personal or standard orders, which tend to range from like $11 per candy cone, $12 per charcuterie cone, and $14 for cups. And one thing that I will say is that when it comes to those particular items, which so far have been my most popular, in comparison to other charcuterie girls, I stack those up. I don't play. Like, I went back and forth with someone the other day about my pricing. Not someone like a client, but someone in my family. They were like, yeah, you charge too much. And I screenshotted a picture of someone else's offering, zoomed in, and I was like, look at their cup and now look at my cup. Like, there's a difference in terms of quantity. So $2 less and you're getting like almost 1.5 times more with me. So that's why I'm like, you know what? It's about the experience and the offering, but I still have to make money. But priority is in the offering and the experience. And then if I make a profit, I make a profit. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. And that's okay. That's when I adapt and learn.
Right. And like you said, you're 10 months into having...
Right.
She's Brie on the Chisme. And so that does come with your learning and knowing when you need to, you know, adjust your prices and stuff. So... it's a learning experience, but you also gotta trust the process, right? So yeah.
I was thinking about what you said about your family member that said your prices are too high, and I feel like sometimes like family members could like be the most critical of like what we're offering. At the end of the day, like this is something we're very passionate about, and like as much as we value and respect our family's opinions, I think if we're doing it for us, then we're doing it for us. So how do you like take what your family says about what you're doing, like positively or negatively, either way, and like try not to like take it to heart too much?
Because at the end of the day, it's my business.
Yeah.
It's my name on the bank account. It's my name on the tax forms. And I'm very receptive to feedback, whether it's positive, negative, constructive. Like I'm always receptive to it. So when they do make suggestions, I listen, but I don't have to implement it. And if I don't implement it, it's not for them to feel a certain type of way about it. And that's how I grapple with it, where it's my decision at the end of the day, and it is what it is. If you don't like it,
shrug shoulders.
Nothing I can do for you, boo boo. Like, split the bills with me. Yeah, that's it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
But for the most part, like everyone in my family has been super duper duper supportive. That's like wonderful. Everyone has been.
Oh, yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so we're very excited. If you're okay with it, would you mind like explaining our board a little bit? We'll go get it and. Okay, so we're back. We have the board laid out with the crackers and everything. So Missy, will you explain to us a little bit what is on this board?
Yeah, so what we have here is Havarti with dill cheese. This is a Borson's garlic and herb, 6-month aged manchego, and then this is a soft brie-like cheese with basil, oregano, and sage. And then this is the manchego again, and that's the Havarti with dill once more. And then in between, you'll find meats. This is a shanty pork salami infused with shanty or Syrah wine. No, shanty. It's definitely shanty. This is a dried sea salt encrusted pork. And then this one here is a picante pork salami that are scattered throughout.
Oh my goodness. It looks very pretty. If you're watching on the YouTube, it's
my mouth
gorgeous.
Is literally salivating. Hold on, wait.
Okay, and the crackers that you have here, what do you have here?
So the crackers are an assortment. Here we have a whole row of plain crackers, another row with cracked black pepper crackers there, and then this is a ube covered pretzel, and then here you have an assortment of pastries. They're really, really good, but they're all sweets. And then these are just plain.
Wow. And then, so we have honey on the board. And then is this a jam right here?
No, so that's mustard seed.
Oh, mustard seed.
Mm-hmm. So you have
I see the seeds now.
Yeah. That's mustard seeds. And then you have Spanish olives here. And then throughout, you'll have little cornichones. So these three are like the savory things that you can use.
Okay.
With the cheeses. Yeah.
And what would a good pairing for each of the cheeses you have on the board be?
So, going back to the layout of charcuterie boards and how they typically are done or should be done, it's putting everything in proximity that pairs well with each other. So with the Havarti, I paired the sea salt encrusted cheese, but then you can also put the sea salt encrusted cheese with the manchego and the cornichon. The manchego will also go really, really well with the seeds, and then it also goes well with the Spanish style olives. The Borsons, because it's herby, it'll also go well with the cornichon and the olives as well as with the pork salami. But here, I also put the sea salt encrusted one, but the picante salami also will go really well with the Borsons. And then for the brie-like cheese, the honey's right next to it because it's herby, it'll be good to offset it with some sweetness. But the honey can go with anything, really. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yes. I heard it. Second recording. Liana does eat.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh. I really did not realize so much went into this. It's very pretty, you guys, if you're not watching on the YouTube video channel.
I should add, typically portion wise, when it comes to the spreads per person, it's recommended to do 2 ounces of cheese and 1 ounce of meat per person that's going to be consuming the board. But you can really pick and choose however you want the portion sizes to be. I tend to go with that rule. And then for grazing table, it tends to be 1.5 times that, because the grazing tables are meant to be like a meal replacement, right? Oh. Sometimes, like with the Atlantic, it was for their happy hour. So per person, I do my fee is $25 per person for grazing table because it's a meal replacement. But if you want to do bite sizes, then you can order a smaller amount of people, and it'd still be like a larger crowd. Like you could order for 30, but it could really be for 50.
Okay.
Yeah.
And okay, so we got a large board, which is meant for 9 to 12 people, correct?
9 to 11.
Yeah, 9 to 11. And it was $120. And look, it came with so much.
Oh, I should also add, I prefer to leave the carb sources outside of the spread, but you'll also see that people do that because the pairing, it makes it easier for people to know, okay, that cracker will go best with this, or like maybe this meat will go better with this cracker that's over here that's more like, people tend to do that. I prefer not to because I want to maximize the board itself for the meats and the cheeses and all of the sweets and savory items. And then I think it's cool to be able to experiment with the carb sources to see what works best for you. Because going back to that experimental, what works for you, works for you, what works for me might be different.
Amanda's very excited. She's been like bouncing over here. Okay, so before we let you go, we always ask everybody that comes on, What is making you glow this week?
I think being confident and comfortable and at ease with my decision to pursue this business, because I made that decision like last week. Yeah, y'all, life comes at you fast. Yeah. It comes at you real fast, and it's one of those do I. So decided to say F. Oh, I forgot I put chocolate barks in here too. That was a last minute decision. Sorry, I should add that. That's there. Dark chocolate barks with sea salt and almonds and like a few other nuts. So if you have a nut allergy, I'm so sorry. I figured because it wasn't in the form. But yeah, that's what's making me glow this week.
Oh, yay. And okay. Sorry, before we go, one last thing I forgot to mention is Missy does offer delivery. There is a delivery fee. And she delivered this lovely board for us today.
Delivered to New York, throughout New York, Long Island, and New Jersey.
Oh, wow.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I was asked the other day how far, and I was like, 2 hours. But if it's a large enough order, then 3. Like if it's like 200 or plus guests, then 3 hours I'm willing to commute.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Dedication. We love it.
Yeah.
Especially, I cannot stop staring at this board, so we should probably eat it. So, Missy, thank you so much for coming on, because this has been in the works for a minute. We've been trying to get this together.
I know.
And I'm so happy that we finally did and that you were so willing to come to us. It means so much to us.
No problem. I'm really thankful and honored to be here. So I appreciate y'all. Yeah, can't wait to see the final video production.
Yeah. Okay. Hi, everybody. We are back again to review the board. It's not here. We're going to bring it out in a minute. We're keeping it refrigerated to keep it fresh until everything tastes the way it's supposed to. We are very excited to be reviewing this board, and we did pay for the board. So it's not like we didn't get it for free, and we have ensured Missy that our review will be very honest and we will give our real thoughts. Are you guys excited?
Yes.
I can't wait. I'm over here like, okay, can we just get to the tasting now?
So I think the first thing that we're going to talk about is like the ease of ordering, which like really easy to order from Missy. She has an Instagram page called Brie on the Chisme. She has an email address, which you can find on her Instagram page. She has a Google order form, again, all on her Instagram page. And it's so easy. You just select the options that you want. She has pictures of what the boards will look like. She has all of her pricing right there. She delivers, and you get your form sent back to you. We got an email with our form in it that said like what we ordered and everything. So that was very 10 out of 10 there, I would say. Because sometimes things can get confusing. And as Leon and I learned, we don't know a lot about charcuterie. So it was a very simple process.
Yeah. And she's super nice too. And like she's super responsive. Like she is very like attentive to what the clients are looking for.
Yes.
And I think like you even have a section there for allergies. You have a section for like special requests. So yeah, she does, it's not lying. She does it all. Yeah. Okay, we have gotten all set up here, and I don't know about you guys, but I think I also give this presentation a 10 out of 10.
It's just so beautiful and bright. It's very colorful.
Okay, see, that for me is like, I think why I love it so much, because when I think of cheese, like I think of just like yellows and like whites.
Yes.
But this board is very colorful. Like we have some red going on over here. We have what I thought were apples, but are not apples. And we have honey with the little
honeycomb.
Yes.
Look at this, you guys.
It's so cute.
I think that's such a cute detail.
And honestly, like, these crackers and pretzels and pastries are plated very, like, they're cute. And I love how it's 2 rows of crackers. And then, again, some color to break everything up. Because, again, you would think that, like, just browns, like light browns. Yeah. There are ube-covered pretzels in between the pastries and the crackers to add some color. And I think that's so cute.
And it's not just, like, plain old crackers. They're actually, like, different flavored here. So, variety. We like it.
Okay, so I think what we're going to do now is we're going to get our plate, because we have plates and water here. We're ready to taste. Amanda has a cheese knife. That's how much she's into charcuterie. We're going to get everything set up, and then we're going to come back and do our taste test. So we have filmed the entire review, and unfortunately I did not realize that we had the names of the cheeses in my text messages because my phone was on Do Not Disturb. My bad, you guys. Okay, so the one that we kept saying was like the cube with the herbs is actually Havarti with dill. Then the one that we kept saying looks like apples are Manchego, the only one that we got right out of all these cheeses. And the next one that we have is the spread right here with the knife stuck in it. It is the Borson's garlic and herb. And then, okay, actually the Brie we don't know the name of, but everything will be in our description. So if you want to try any... It's just an orange fell. Okay. We will have the name of everything in the description of the video. So if you want to try any of these cheeses, my goodness, based on our lovely and very descriptive reviews, you know, there you go. Okay, this is mustard seed, like we said, obviously honey. The thing that we kept calling pepperoni is actually picante salami. And then salted salami is this light one. And then the thicker one, the thicker salami that we have on here is pork shanty. And that we did enjoy. So Amanda and Liana have refilled their plates. I'm going to finish my plate and we are off to enjoy this board, you guys. Thank you so much for watching our very first review video. You guys are also about to get some ASMR.
So if you don't like hearing people chew,
Oh,
this is your cue.
Okay, I gotta be honest. I know it's a cheese and deli board, but the first thing I want to try is the ube pretzel.
Really?
I'm like really
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what I thought ube tasted like, but it tastes kind of like chocolate. Like not like chocolate, but like chocolate. What did you try?
I went for the ube pretzel. But, okay.
Liana, what did you try?
I tried the waffle cracker with the spread.
Okay.
The garlic and herb spread.
That's what the garlic and herb or this one?
Isn't that what's that?
Is it the garlic and herb spread? Okay.
Let's go with
That's
that.
what I'm trying.
I'm going to try that on the
But I'm
cracker.
gonna change the cracker.
Which cracker did you go with?
The waffle one.
This one over here?
Mm-hmm.
These are pastries.
Oh. That's good though.
Oh my god, this is very good.
It is
Wow.
really good.
Is that what you went with? Amanda is loving it over here.
I went with the spicier pork with the herb cheese spread. No. So good. And it's true because that spread and the spicier pork, they complement each other. It's not overpowering. You're getting a little bit of everything. But I made sure to put it on a plain cracker because if I would have put it on like on a saltier or like the pepper cracker, I think she mentioned that she had there. I think it just would have been too much. But you guys should try that.
I have the pepper cracker and the spread, so let me try it.
And I'm trying that. Okay, like she said, everything that you can eat together is are next to the meat. So the cheeses are next to the meat. So this garlic and herb spread is next to this like thicker like sausage type meat. And that is so good. Oh my god.
So I tried the pepper cracker with the garlic spread, and then I put whatever this meat is.
That's the spicier one, yeah.
That's good.
So I've already had the spicier dry meat. Then I tried, there's another pork dry meat that's like on the saltier end that pairs with the cubed. Yeah, that pairs with the cubed. I'm going to try the next dry meat and then I'll let you know yeah.
So now I am trying this cubed cheese. It looks like it has some herbs in it. I've already cut it in half because it's next to this like thicker deli meat and this like thinner one right here. And it down there, it's next to what I'm pretty sure is pepperoni. Like a little confident in that one. So let's see. I'm gonna try it by itself first because I tried the garlic and herb one by itself before I paired it with the meat.
I'm gonna try this cheese with the mustard seed.
So the cheese that looks like apples, sliced apples.
I'm pretty sure it's a manchego.
It's a kick.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah, it's good with the cheese. So the cheese that looks like an apple, you paired it with the mustard seed.
I'm pretty sure this one is manchego. That's what she said.
I tried the cheese that looks like the apple, and I tried it with the thick sliced pork. That is good together.
I just tried the cubed herb one, and I like the spreadable herb one better. This, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it tastes like cheese. But now I'm gonna try it with pepperoni and see if that does anything for me, makes it better or worse. It makes it better. Weirdly enough, it like cuts some of the cheese flavor.
Wow. Okay, so far this is my favorite pairing. The thick salami piece with the apple-looking cheese, and then the mustard on top.
Same.
It is so good.
Okay, you said that with the manchego and the mustard seed. Okay, so let's try that. Oh, actually, I'm gonna try the manchego by itself first.
That's a thing, definitely.
Okay, so far I'm ranking them. This one's my favorite.
Okay.
The spread, right? So good.
By itself, not a fan. With the thicker cracker salami, a fan.
Yeah.
Or with pepperoni, sorry.
Yeah.
Now I'm on to the manchego, which again is the one that we keep saying, because it looks like an apple. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
from
know
far
if you
away
guys
it does
can see
look
it.
like
I
an
thought it was an
apple.
apple slice.
I'm going to try the brie with the honey, and let's see how that
On
goes.
what? By itself or on a cracker?
I don't know. I'm gonna try it on the cracker right now.
Okay, and I'm trying the mustard seed. I just grabbed a little bit because your face looked like it was a lot of flavor.
It was really, it was like good flavor.
Okay, so I'll put a little more. This is like Amanda's dream. We're basically doing an ASMR food episode. What is Glowing Up Latina here for if not to make your dreams come true?
I'm hearing myself chew in the microphone with the headphones, and it's just like, wow, it's really happening.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my God.
It's good.
Yes.
Oh my God.
It's really good.
Very good.
Okay, this is my favorite. Spread is up there. That's like number one. The apple-looking cheese is number two. Surprisingly, the brie came in third for me, and then fourth is the cubed cut cheese.
That's my bottom spot right now.
That is the bottom one. I like it as long as it's paired with something that,
Offsets it.
yes, kind of.
Okay.
Because you still
I haven't tried it yet.
So you still get the herb out of that cheese. Sorry, excuse me. But you get more cheese. It's true, you get more cheese than the actual herb.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to try the brie now with this. What meat is this?
It's like the saltier pork.
Okay. I'm going to try that with the honey and then a pepper cracker.
The brie, right?
It's not bad.
It's not bad, but
I don't know if this is just me. It tastes a little soapy. No? You did not get soapy?
do not get
I don't know. I got soapy. I don't know what that was, but my taste buds could just be off.
It definitely it is
thick.
the texture of brie, right?
But it's something extra. It's not just brie.
It's not just brie. It has all these other herbs in it too. But I like it. I could have it again.
I like the texture.
Yes.
A lot. Okay, now I have it with honey. Oh, that's very good.
With honey. Maybe I don't have enough. Hold on.
It needs to have the honey. Can't be
think
by
so, yeah.
itself. See, Missy knows what she's talking about.
Like this one, I could eat that one by itself. Like I could just eat it.
Yeah.
Oh,
the
my
spread.
Just put it on a cracker. That's it. Go to town.
All right. Let's see.
With the honey, right?
Yeah. That was great.
Wow.
I think I'm in the same spot as you with the ranking. Like this is gonna be my number one, this spreadable one that we had. And then I think I actually really like the manchego. So maybe second for the manchego. The brie type one third, and then this cubed one last.
That's where I'm at.
Okay. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it by itself.
Try by itself, yeah.
It's not bad.
It's not bad. It's not. It's cheese.
It's cheese. It's very spongy.
This ube pretzel, though. Wow.
The ube pretzels are really good.
Wow.
Okay. I'm also gonna try this olive because I've never tried an olive before. So
And it doesn't have the pit inside, so.
oh, nice.
Yes.
Don't you have to like manually do that?
I think so.
Oh my gosh.
I like that cheese paired.
Oh, not a fan.
No?
No, not a fan.
You like olives? I don't like olives. I don't
like olives
But
either.
the green ones I don't mind having.
It's like it wants to be a pickle.
It
Now,
wants to be a pickle so
It's
bad.
it's very, very, very on the mild end. Some of them that
That's
come
mild.
sometimes when they're like in the jar. Oh, well, I guess you got it in the jar too. But like they're in the brine. That's what's called brine. It can be too vinegary and it just throws me off.
Okay, well there we go. Christina
Maybe
does not
they're-
like olives.
So my favorite is the garlic spread with the manchego, with the thicker salami piece, with the mustard
seed.
mustard seed spread, and then I actually like the cube over the brie.
Yeah, really. Okay. What about the dry meats?
I think I had all of them. I did like the thicker, like salami type one.
Yeah.
I didn't really like this lighter one here.
The pepperoni.
Pepperoni's good.
Yes.
Pepperoni's always good. And I think that's it, right?
That's it, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think in order for me is the same. I think I like the hard cut dry meat first, then the pepperoni one, and then last is going to be the salted pork. I felt like it was lacking something, but it could
Even when
also
I paired it with I paired it with this one,
Right.
And I paired it, I think, with that one down there.
And it could be right that you need like maybe a more pungent cheese with that type of dry meat. Could be that, but in that order is how I like, how I like the tray.
And the fruit
The
is
board.
very fresh.
Yes.
Yes,
Grapes are very crunchy.
Very
Love a good
fresh.
crunchy grape.
Missy put in some nice chocolate
Bark.
in there. Dark chocolate, and dark chocolate is my favorite.
I do.
I'll take dark chocolate over milk chocolate any day.
Really?
It's better for your heart.
Here for a good time, not a long time.
I'll tell myself, whatever.
And I think the last thing that we have are the pastries. So you really like the waffle.
The waffle was good, but I had it with the garlic spread, and I was like, I think this was a mistake.
Like, I'm having a sweet and salty thing going on right here.
Okay, let's see. I'm gonna try it.
But it's really good. It's a very not too sweet, but it's like
Waffle,
right.
yeah. The waffle one's good.
I'm gonna try this one that looks like almost like a domino, but it's not.
How was it? I'm trying.
Like,
I think you'll like that last one, maybe.
I do indeed like the last one. Oh, very good. The only thing that I had a very reaction to was the olive, so we're good.
Very good. There's one it's like a butterscotch. I think that last one that you had is like a butterscotch one.
And the mustard seed, oh my god, so good. Honey's good. Everything is very fresh. So I think Glowing Up Latina recommends Brie on the Chisme. What do you guys think?
Good. Yeah, so good.
And again, this board was $120. Like, we got so much food on here for 9 to 11 people. Constantine is back there, and Thomas is on his way. So these boys will clean up. They love a good charcuterie board.
All right, I guess I have to save some pretzels for more back home.
Here's 2 pretzels.
You're welcome. Okay, you guys. Thank you for watching our first review video. This was exciting. We will get better as we do these. I don't know when we'll do another review video, but this was fun. I enjoyed it.
It was really fun.
Don't forget, we still have a giveaway happening when we reach 100 subscribers on our YouTube channel. You get some fun little goodies. You get a Glowing Up Latina t-shirt, a Glowing Up Latina cup, some stickers, a handwritten postcard from us. So, we're like 10 people away, I think. So go subscribe, and then we'll have the rules go up, and that giveaway will be open for 2 weeks. So exciting. And we are on hiatus. It's so funny because every time we end the season, we always have something come out right afterwards. I know we've only had 2 seasons, but still.
Every season.
All 100 of them.
And you can check out Missy's Instagram page, Brie on the Chisme. Look at all her boards and stuff. She has a Google form on there. Check it out. And then share with us any topics that you want us to discuss here on the podcast for season 3. And you can send that to glowinguplatina@gmail.com.
And until next time, keep glowing, mija.
Bye.
Bye.